So
let's go bro, game pertama Onic versus Twisted Minds. Kita lihat aja bro.
With his stint fresh from Kickbam ID, introducing these gila concepts.
Gila, ngeri sini guys.
Like when are you gonna see this lineup?
I've never seen Hayes do anything
Debut
like this.
Savero guys ya.
Goldlane yeesh.
Oh my god, this was a thing for like 2 weeks last year.
Yeah.
Up against the claw. Yeah, there was like a little bit of time.
There was a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit of Goldlane YSS when we were still trying to see, is it fighters? Can we actually pull out some crazier picks in the Goldlane?
Like a fling.
Yeah.
Langsung saja bro.
We're gonna go ahead and go into this one. Land of Dawn here between this historic match right now. Savero alongside the Super Fam Onic Philippines versus Twisted Minds. And Al against
King
him. Let's
Kong
see how
pakai
this
badut
plays
ya.
out. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen the YSS in the Gold Lane.
Gentlemen, note the aggressive use of Purify.
Yeah, and he also started by taking the Beetle up top. So that's his first thing. Before the waves came out, he went straight for the Beetle. Huh. Interesting. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Okay, he just went there. He just hasn't spawned yet. Okay.
Checked it.
All right, I was just losing it a bit.
All right, King Kong and Brusco bearing down on the small camp away from MP the King. They successfully
Di sini debut Marcel juga guys ya.
He's like, all right, I'll do it myself. I'll take yours in return.
Oh wait. Oh no, Savero might get the gank here.
Kaloy coming in. Gets a good freeze on both Brusco and Prince. He's fine.
Okay, for those that might not know, and why we spent so much time today alone from last series until now talking about Marcel. If you haven't played it against him yet, just for those that don't know, Marcel is he's basically overpowered. Like he's so strong. And then we talked about too how the Leomord was great against him, but now you have it on the same team. Is this still a massive threat against Onic, or does this lineup, this draft, kind of alleviate some of that strength that Marcel has?
Yeah, and it's one of those scenarios where I'm like, the gears in my head are trying to turn as fast as they can right now. There's so many unfamiliar pieces together that I'm thinking about. So I think we'll see a little bit more of it as it goes on.
It's 4D chess. There's a nice freeze onto Brusco. The passive on Kaloy coming through as well. The tracking shot.
Turtle pertama bang ya.
Speed to again effectively track targets. Now he jumps into Ryota and Brusco. There's Epi the King with a Venom Speed slashing through Brusco. Didn't even get the heal using that flicker defensively. And now Ryota pushing back 3 members of Twisted Minds. Sean checking in, holding on to the RWM.
Yeah, Epi the King brought low, but I don't think Onic can go straight for the turtle. Have to go through the purple buff first. Let's see if after this purple buff they'll go there and where MP the King will go. After this green camp, is he gonna try to position for turtle, or will they just give that up and go to their own purple buff instead?
Yeah, so
purple it is.
Yeah, purple. Taking
Kaloy.
no deaths there. But so this is one of the things that Marcel does, and he doesn't have the ultimate yet. He doesn't have that
Belum
golden
level
hour
4 guys.
yet.
Sabar dulu guys.
Still a threat with being able to go ahead and snap some of these people. But King Kong secures the turtle.
Free buat King Kong ya.
Clean and calm right now. First objective secured.
Savero.
Out catches a face full of Mountain Shocker.
Gila si Savero guys.
Out of there. Did not need to use the Purify, but a close call across the map. Onic are getting what they want.
Yeah, it seems like in the trades, the moment Savero lands the Mountain Shocker and the stun first, that's already going to be an advantage for him, making it hard for Al to decide whether or not he's going to be committing it. So after he took all of that damage from Savero, he decided to BMI out instead. So let's see if Savero's going to keep using his ultimate just in lane to try and keep forcing Al back.
Could. I mean, right now he's got a little bit of an advantage, as you can see there with the gold in the gold lane. Across from his 200 gold ahead, went to the rush with that Hunter Strike too.
Which in hindsight is still very strong out of the gold lane. Name another gold laner who has an ult that affects the map entirely on a single press. Even SOD doesn't do that. You have to aim SOD. And you have to do something with it. Oh, there it is. Another Mount Shocker. King Kong drops the deadly magic.
Tetap mati sih.
Bites it underneath tier 1. First blood.
Lingkaran maut.
Clean gank from those two. That could not have gone any better. And it seems like because of Al prioritizing the Warrior Boots first, that's him acknowledging that in lane to lane, it's better for the YSS. He will have the damage advantage. Savero decided to go for pure damage item. Al immediately thought, this is going to hurt. I have to go defensive first.
And that's going to hurt too, because that's a whole lot of extra gold down the hands of Savero, even though he was already a couple hundred gold ahead. And like you guys were mentioning, having that Mountain Shocker, also secures you that move, that play with the Deadly Magic with the Harley to set things up.
Planting, wah. Itu dia, dipoto gitu bang.
It's successful, but still, Twisted Minds on the back, but Sean forced to flicker out.
Defensive Golden Hour, and yeah, you see the moment it goes up and there are members of both teams outside of the Golden Hour.
Turtle kedua bang ya.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's a waiting game when it's used. And second turtle up, control right now for Onic. Let's see if Twisted does.
Here we go, Black Dragon form plus the Phantom Steed. Big trade in.
Lansu yang dapat bang, mahal.
Steals it away with an infernal pursuit.
Malah Lansunya yang dapat bang ya.
Turtle 2 goes over to Twisted.
All right, Twisted somehow ends up securing that. Lansu gets that, but you can still see that if they go full force in the face of Onic, it's more so they need to be able to go ahead and scale up. And a part of that is that Phoveus being tanky enough. They've got plenty of damage early on to be able to utilize this and wait for Al to eventually come online here on this Claude here. But what I'm seeing from Onic too, the way they approach the fights is just like we've seen so much time before. Kalea can set things up. If you don't have that, you actually have quite a bit of good, these like mini crowd controls that you can use with the Fury, the Phoenix, even Ryota when he has the Petrify available or that setup potential with the Furious Dive.
It's interesting to see the hero design of oh, sorry, I'm blanking. Marcel, there you go.
Marcel.
He's not really built like the archetype in-your-face type attack. Because of his kit, because of frame moment and tracking shot, he is encouraged to just go up right in front of whoever he's up against, try to get those immobilizers and crowd control up, and then make the most out of all of the crowd control abilities that you have.
And he can. We've seen it a couple of times. The only problem is Twisted Minds can never really truly say no. All they're doing is saying not yet.
MP the King.
What's the power spike we're looking for? Is it an owl? Is there another possible power spike?
I mean, with the presence of the Leomord, that's a given. I think they're also looking towards when the Eve will have enough damage that Onic will really have to respect. Because so far it's been Onic like initiating.
Yeah.
But then if they're not careful with their initiation and they get trapped in the mix-up of a well-timed, maybe one skill after the other, real-world manipulation, and then Golden Hour, setting all that up, or
King
the
Kong,
other way around.
Tapi dari kemarin King Kong push Harley sih guys. Di turnamen sebelah juga sama bro.
It's old school Bonchan S-on.
Yeah, I think that's why this now for this last turtle of the game, you're gonna see them set things up. Now there's no Purify that was taken out earlier on for Koloy, so I don't think he's gonna be able to jump in this one. So that's one thing that Brusco is doing. He knows that any Kalea player that going against this knows there's going to be two Purifies. They go.
Tsunami Slam on the one. Black Dragon form.
Wow.
Golden Hour stopping Frizz and Brusco holding the track. Savero pushes the turret.
Ryota.
Just like that, it's all Lansu. He finds
Gila sih bang.
The beast has been slain. And
Lansu tetap mati bro.
Down goes Lansu. The Ryota army goes wild.
That was either unfortunate timing or
Cair
the
sih
best
guys buat
timing because of
Twisted
the
ya.
enhanced basic attack from Lansu's Phoveus, locked in on King Kong's Harley at the right time, so that when he got the hat trick away, Lansu was already locked in and homed in on him like a missile.
Yeah, and also when that fight broke out, they're able to go ahead and capitalize on something. That's what Twisted Minds did really well, especially last season. Sometimes they might be losing that fight or that skirmish, but they're usually getting something else across the map. And you see that as they take that tier 1 down,
MP the
keeps
King,
them
MP the
from getting
King.
too out of hands when it terms of the gold lead. But it is going to be Savero that knocks down the tier 1 turret now down bot, and you can see the itemization coming into play. King Kong's now got a Divine Glaive with the Genius Wand. So he's going to work pretty good synergistically with Super Prince now at this portion of the game where they're just looking to burst someone down. If they can lock someone down, survive that Golden Hour setup, and then get one themselves, they get the advantage in terms of numbers.
Yeah, but on the other side, you also see the threat of what the Twisted Minds combo could potentially have. The ceiling, it's quite obvious.
the King,
I didn't
MP the
expect
King.
to use that to actually stop the reinforcements coming in after the initial setup. That bought time, which led to King Kong going down. So, again, it's pretty much the same thing. Onic just needs to be careful of their timing and dive, because it's easy for Twisted Minds' composition to split them up at the worst possible time, then punish.
It seems like if we see it more often, it'll be confirmed.
Ryota udah beli Oracle guys ya.
To reposition and reassess the battlefield. It's like, all right, Golden Hour now. You got 2 seconds. All right, this is where they are. Do that. And that's how they won that last engagement.
That's interesting too. Lights, camera, action. He's 130th hero pick in the MPL Philippines. Yeah, Marcel. That's Clemar.
Clemar.
Santos.
It's a magical camera with a person's soul in it.
Kaloy.
Dare I say, you
crazy
could call Clemar a faceless void.
Yes.
Cameras don't have faces, you're right.
Yes, you're right. They don't. The Lord's got one. Lansu, though, he gets poked down a lot. Again, this is the amount of damage that even King Kong can do, so it's going to be a fight for the space around the Lord.
Oh.
Where's he going to go here?
I'm thinking, okay, so even if during the objective team fights, because of Traceless, Savero's positioning in the dance is as if he is a jungle himself.
Lord yang
Maybe
pertama
they're
bang ya.
using him as a little bit of a bait tactic, wherein they see the YSS and then Traceless.
Kaloy compromising Brusca's position in that river brush. And they re-engage. It's come to the point where the game is so tight that despite Onic having, you know, a small advantage on the map and a 1K gold lead, Twisted Mind's movements are just as lethal.
Yeah. This is all going well for Onic, but at the same time, Twisted Minds have kept the game close. Al did suffer that one death, just a level behind Savero, so it's not a massive gap.
Yeah.
Less than 1,000 behind.
Less than 1,000. He's on the way to Trinity. Once that golden staff locks in, then it is gonna start looking a little bit more different for Onic.
About 1,000 and change, I take that back.
Yeah.
He's just on his way to the Swift Trinity.
Yeah, so once he gets there, he's going to be in a good position to actually fight this. I think that's why Twisted is just kind of delaying this out if they can.
Yeah. We're also waiting for the third item of
Super
Sean.
Frinky,
Second. So
Frinky.
typical Evo Pro, she decided to go for sustainability, which makes a lot of sense because of the threat of the Harley of King Kong. Who, by the way, I like his positioning.
Kaloy, hampir aja loh.
Kaloy took a little too much heat there.
Yeah.
Down to a third.
And that just goes to show how good the damage profile of Onic is. Even up against the Roamer. I know he's not, again, a traditional tank, and he does build defensive items, but that hurts, and that is a telltale sign for
Masih
Twisted Minds
ditarik
that they're
ulur
gonna
aja, Bang,
ya.
ya.
pull the trigger eventually. They cannot keep stretching this out.
Oh, King Kong, okay, he's going to check that out. That's one thing that's interesting about Marcel, too, right? He doesn't get HP, basically, from the HP items.
No benefits.
No benefits from it. You saw him pick up a Guardian Helm. That's just going to help him heal back up at least when he does get poked down.
Putting himself in danger.
He kind of has to, though,
He'll
right?
sit out for like 3 seconds. I can do. I go
Like
again.
this? Okay.
Go again.
Brusco.
Even Brusco's getting tired of this. Like, stop! Come on, stop!
Oh, less than half health on the Lord.
All right, this is the dance. Lord gets reset.
Yeah, it gets reset. There's so much pressure from Onyx
Whoa,
lineup.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Brusco pulls the trigger.
Kena foto, Bang.
Sean. That's the golden hour. The reposition.
Whoa.
The fury of the Phoenix. Sean goes down.
Sion yang mati malah.
From Ryota. That's the Mount Shocker from Savero. Oh, Savero gets the finishing job, but MP finds Brusco. Savero falls, and now
Ryota?
in the middle of 3. Make that 4. Kaloy still here. Ryota goes down.
Ryotanya mati, Bang.
Oh, Lansu got the deadly magic on him, but he's got a lot of HP.
Tipis banget, Bang.
Fine. Twisted
Kaloy.
Minds, reposition to the Lord.
What a fight for
Bentar,
Twisted
King
Minds.
Kong nggak ada retry, Bang. Percuma kalau dia
Than it
maju.
did for them. But Onic wasn't able to win that fight, and now Lord goes to Twisted.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it earlier. If Twisted Minds are going to change their approach, wherein once something has initiated, they will hold off. Maybe then they'll use the golden moment, hold a little bit, allow Onic to go deep into the engage, and then that's when they pop their big abilities. You see it happen. Once Onic decides to go for full dive, but Twisted Minds have it premeditated where we still have some ultimates, we still have some abilities to punish this dive, then we can turn it around. So Twisted Minds' long game con has worked out for them.
Lord
Now it's
dari
Onic
bawah,
in the
guys, ya.
backfoot with a lineup that doesn't want to be playing from behind in terms of map control.
Yeah, it's interesting too because of the fact that like this is such a low kill game from especially what we saw in the previous series, but it's the technicalities that are coming through here with this composition. I mean, even in a sense, Golden out, freezing the Lord, keeping him there too, goes in for his charge, but that's part of the play here. Also notice that something that has to be dealt with if you are Twist and you're using that Golden Hour.
Yeah.
You saw from Super Prince the timing with the Fury of the Phoenix, that little bit of a stun that is there with the Fury of Phoenix can be timed well to deal at least with the Golden Hour.
Savero,
Yeah, and I
Savero.
like how Kaloy used the Golden Hour on that Lord because that actually meant that the dive will push through that charge. Because if he did not commit that, then Onic would have taken down the Lord before the damage from the charge connected.
So there would have been a chunk of HP that the turret would have saved.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why he uses ultimate to make sure that the charge will eventually just go through.
These are mechanics that prior was not in the game before Marcel.
Yeah, Marcel has changed,
Kaloy.
Yeah, man.
he's changed the game, literally.
It's been a great year for the French. Well, it's not really French, it's just the name.
Yeah, just the easy English. Owl also just picked up his win in nature, so he's going to have that defensiveness here for him. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. There's the Fury of the Phoenix.
Terlalu OP
Bit of a
ya
stun
guys
there,
ya.
but still, surprisingly,
Emang kalau
because of the way this
kombonya
lineup works
Marcel
with
gak
Onic,
pas,
once
bisa
that
aja
was used
jadi
up, you lose a lot of the firepower, and Savero going down. Lancer does
petaka,
a
bro.
great job at sticking to the right targets here.
Yeah, and it was also the defensive blazing duet from Owl. So Onic decided to go commit on that Claude. Once a blazing duet popped up, they were like, wait, this hurts more than it's supposed to be. Oh no, we're split up. Oh, Savero was left alone. Lansu was just eating up the back line. So Onic need to watch their positioning, and they need to double down again on the idea that they built this lineup so Savero's comfortable across the map and during team fights.
My God. And the only way that they can stop Lansu is if they kill him. And he's building full defense. And his kit is blocked by 4 heroes. Oh my God! Kaloy! He's about to get bursted down! Oh, I'm not sure that worked that way, Kaloy, but you survived anyways.
Waduh.
Yeah, he tried it.
Dia. Ngepak guys.
He can
Dah.
combat.
Yeah.
And he
Iya elah.
but I think he tried the go.
Wah, error gitu guys.
Yeah.
Klipnya
Like a
guys.
winter crown.
All right, well, it didn't work
Let's
that
go bro.
time, but
Lanjut lagi ya.
worth a try, worth an
We
attempt.
could be wrong.
Semoga
That could
tidak
be
nge-lag,
how it
guys.
works.
Yeah. Just for some reason that didn't come through. He didn't even use the Purify, so he still had that, obviously.
Yeah. That's impressive.
It is.
It's or interesting, I'd rather say.
The really tough thing about the Onic lineup, though, is even if they blast one, because again, with what you mentioned, the presence of the Phobius, it feels like it's not worth it to go for a 5v4 advantage. Because even as 4, as long as the Phobius or even the Leomord is alive, Twisted Minds is fine.
Yeah, Lansu is relentless.
Yeah, let's say, how about that, even, like, in the last team fight, Sean went down so quick, but
King
what
Kong?
happened? Twisted Minds eventually won that fight. Oh,
Fury of the Phoenix, he purifies it. King Kong.
Dia lah sama aja bang, ngebug gitu bang.
Brusco. Phobius. 2 for 1.
Even if you throw everything out, still in a susceptible. No MP. He was able to go ahead and
Super Prince.
yeah, these two are making it look easy.
Ngebug gitu ya bang ya.
Even if Sean isn't having that impactful of an Eve game, 1-1 and 2, still impressive, yes.
Malam guys, emang kalau di
Problems for Onic
yang
in the
bahasa Inggris
longer
biasanya gini
engaged
guys.
team fights.
Whoa, Lord here. Down to a fifth of his health. Now on 8. Furious Phoenix.
Wow.
Superman trying to buy. Lansu got about 1 HP
Kaloy.
Still in it. They take the Lord.
Lansu's doing work, man.
Yes, sir.
This Phobius, I mean, there's a reason why he's carrying a, what is it, a monolith or an obelisk or whatever he's carrying. An obelisk. He's doing that in this game, and you were
Sabar dulu bang. Sabar bang.
item go
Apa ya guys?
winter trial.
Soalnya ini bawaan dari sananya guys. Terus Kaloy. Hampir aja ya.
Kaloy. Savero picking up the rose gold. Assuming we're going to see Kaloy potentially do same thing he doesn't have. He's got it. But I don't think they need it. Yeah, he's just going to go for the full dive. They want to take this base turret down a bit further. They still have a wave up top
Sabar
that can
dulu, Bang.
potentially push in, but it looks like they're just going to go ahead and get
Lordnya
that
aman
one
aja ya.
base turret.
Yeah, they didn't have enough minion wave to try and would have just full sent it. But the thing is, the game is so close that one big mishap from either team just pretty much spells victory. Because in Minds, they can't be comfortable with this 1,000 gold lead. At this point, Onic has everything they need. It's just, it's so tricky to fight against a lineup that has two very tanky presences when your entire lineup is built for fast, quick win.
Yeah, they knew. Both the Gentleman in the River and King Kong knew.
Yeah.
Lansu's man marking and
orang
reading
itu.
of the map, the potential positioning of where King Kong and the other members of Onic could be has been stellar. We might be seeing an eventual MVP performance from the EXP laner of Twisted Minds.
He's got my nod.
Yeah. This is going to be one of those things where it's like now if Onic wants to get the favor, Ryota on the Yuzhong has to be able to go ahead and almost emulate what Lantu's able to do, but on the other side, because now Owl, he, like you mentioned in the draft too, he's got so much space to work with in a lot of these fights, and we've seen that, but I think it almost does come down to these XP laners on both sides being able to set things up.
Gentlemen, that's why I call it the trunch. The image is the trunch.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was so confused too.
Looking at the crowd right now, dude.
Yeah. The Tron show up, but
Ya elah, ngebug lagi bang. Bang, ngebug bang. Udah menit 20 malah ngebug ya guys ya.
As long as Onic doesn't pull anything that is different from the past half a dozen fights, then yeah, it's going to go to Twisted over and over again. That's what Onic is doing now. That's why they're buying time, looking for a different angle of attack.
yeah, I feel like they've been trying to find the angles, but it seems like almost every angle is
Covered by Lansu.
covered by Lansu. Like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere.
Lantu's just the guy.
King Kong.
Okay, they're going to go ahead and keep them spotted out here. King Kong has been pretty happy with using that deadly magic, but it's just unfortunate because they can't really capitalize on the right target. Who is the right target? For a lot of times it's been either Kaloy, he's taken that. Owl has been pretty safe, and he just picked up the malefic gun too, so he's got a little bit more range to work with. But this now evolved the Lord at this point. 21 minutes into this game, it's been such again a low kill game. You can see some items picked up here too. Savero now getting the DHS to go ahead and try to help deal with Lansu if he gets focused in on
Ini
him.
Lord yang ketiga ya bang ya.
Tough one. This is going to be a tough Lord to secure
Gila,
on
21
for
Lord
Onic
3
here.
bang.
Yeah, I just realized it's also really tough to go for the burn rush on the Lord if you're Onic, because if Kaloy's nearby, it's just like, okay, golden hour. Hey guys, come over here. Setting it up for us. It ends up becoming a leash.
King Kong waiting patiently. Savero once again cosplaying the jungler here on YSS. Lansu?
Deadly Magic's already committed. That's
Main
another
bocor
one.
ya bang ya.
5 seconds. Possibly that King Kong will have to wait. In comes Kaloy. Gets
Kaloy.
another. No punish from King Kong. Again, it's off of cooldown. That's a third of the health left on the Lord. This dance is about to turn deadly. That's a soft reset.
Yeah, wait, Lansu flickered though. I wonder if Onic are going to use that knowledge to try and take Lansu out immediately.
The ult's back up for King Kong. He's going to go
It's
for
King
Kaloy.
Kong.
Deadly Magic's again committed. That's
mahal
the
tuh, Bang.
Phoenix. Onic thinking about it. It's a full command.
Loh.
Onic used the threat of violence to stop
Gila,
the
dilepas
device
aja,
from
Bang.
contesting. Lord to the super fam.
That was brilliant.
GG
They
sih.
did use the knowledge of Lansu burning his flicker because they knew that that's going to immediately change how Twisted Minds want to go for the dance. He's going to be a little bit more careful, drag it out a little bit further, and yes, the Purify from Owl also got forced out.
That's the Fury, baby.
It's a chess game, man. And that's exactly what that whole Lord dance was. Again, a Lord that was
Ngeri juga bang ya.
evolved, plus that 20-minute mark here for this. So a very hard-fought win. And it's funny because when you break that down, a whole lot didn't seem to happen, but a whole lot really did when it came down to the timings, be able to get some of those battle spells down, and then now work towards having this advantage of pushing in with the Lord here. And so with this evolved Lord coming towards the base of Twisted, and this kind of lineup that Onic has, we'll see if they can push down some of these base turrets.
10 kills, 6 on Twisted, 4 on Onic, 23 minutes. I wonder if Savero is going like, guys, what is this?
This is not what I heard.
Is this how the food is played? Wow.
Fury the Phoenix starting it up for Onic, plus a Mountain Shocker. And that's enough. I think Onic are happy with going evens with Twisted Minds. They both have lost the side lane inhibitor.
I think they're still potentially going to get this mid turret here.
Do they want more?
Duh.
Nato says Onic, Black Dragon form,
Kaloy.
They don't have enough weight.
Oh, kena gak tuh? Waduh, gak ada yang kena bang.
Onic's forward momentum. Bottom lane almost gave in,
bottom
but
turret.
Twisted Minds keep it up.
So nearly getting the 2 base turrets too.
Okay,
Buset.
he gets it. Plus the space.
It's Cloud.
Ryota.
Oh no!
Loh. Hah? Konsep. Aduh. Let's
We're going
go.
back. All right, let's see what happened. So,
Dah.
oh wait.
Ryota
Ryota
got away.
survived?
He got away.
He actually got away.
Bisa gitu ya.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Still 10 kills, gentlemen.
Still worked out for them. I overreacted. I really thought Ryota was going to go down.
I thought he was going to die
And
too.
he even saved his immortality.
Yeah.
What a guy. He almost got petrified here in just a second. Lord is going to be up here in just a bit too. So, like I was saying, this is going to be one of those things. And I don't know, maybe there's a threat. There's not much of a threat they can even do playing the map when the Lord comes up here because that bottom side is down. Unless, you know, usually we see some potential for a split push, but
King is trying, look.
yeah, this might be a little bit too difficult to pull off, though.
Yeah. That bottom lane minion wave is going to be a problem for Onic. You know, Twisted Minds is going to be leveraging that.
Where's he? He's swinging around
Look
here.
At the cut by King. He knows that he's unpunishable in this position. Purple still standing. MP does not secure. Where'd it go?
Where is the purple go?
Oh no, it was left frozen by Onic.
They only left the...
They left the baby.
They left the baby.
So he's going to go ahead and take the orange.
Lord keempatnya bang. Buset, Savero malah mati anjir.
And now
Duh, 70 detik bang.
coming in from Ryota. Black Dragon Storm trying to stop Twisted Minds. Brusco very low. MP the King trying to stop him. Pops that
King
immortality. King Kong looking for him. Down goes Brusco. 3v5. Lancer catches a face full of deadly magic. Regen is fine here. Gets that winner crown. Freezes, bro. And he's fine. Onic trying to take down Sean. Golden hour. He's okay. Kaloy catches the hit. And with that, Twisted Minds back to business. Trying to secure the Lord. King Kong, little too far, and the retribution is good.
Buset, MP the King yang dapat bang.
Punish. Oh, defensive blazing duet. Twisted Minds recover.
Wuh.
There goes. Oh, Super Prince flickers forward.
Burung hantu malah mati guys ya.
Keep going on. The Lord's gonna spawn, but Owl is gone for more than a minute. By the time the Lord gets to the base of Onic, Brusco and Savero will be back.
Oh, the Lord just spawned. I thought we missed a 15-second window.
Oh, man.
If it spawned at 45, it would have been better.
Yeah.
Ngeri juga bang
that's
ya.
unfortunate, but this game, I mean, almost the 27-minute mark, and it's like, you know, you saw King Kong over there on that side of the jungle going for the orange and everything else, but the team got forced into a fight. So we're going to have some swapping of items going on here, it looks like, too. Potions also coming into play.
Oh.
And this is going to be a beefy Lord to deal with. I'm really wondering how Onyx is going to be able to go on the defense here. They might force something actually before the Lord even gets its way up to that base.
Yeah, their damage is going to suffer.
Lansu.
A good chunk of it to taking care of the Lord. And that means Twisted Minds can come in and deal damage back with not much of a response.
That's why they have to deal with it here. Knowing that Owl's not part of the picture, but Twisted, what do they want to do? Do they choose a fight or just delay? Look at those hits on Savero from the Lord alone.
MP.
Buset, langsung.
Would be fine, gets his immortality pop.
Wah, immortal pas banget guys beliau guys.
Magic defense, but not enough.
Man, seeing the pros play it, Marcel is really annoying. He just keeps walking up to you. You can't help but you get snapshotted. That momentary freeze is more than enough for another team to decide real quick whether they're gonna jump on you or not.
That bought enough time though. Onic was able to go ahead and do enough to take care of this Lord. Again, a massive charged up Lord to almost the 28-minute mark at this point, and I think again it all comes down to the Lord dances unless somehow there's a big pickoff to come into play here, but I don't know if that's really going to happen with Onic as they try to defend this mid.
Conceal by Kaloy, but the Golden Hour stopping the Black
Itu naga cekrek gitu bang.
Tsunami slam, no one holds the turret, left out a fifth of its health, down goes Lansu,
Ryota.
takes down Brusco, and the turret up top
Winter. Rosgo. Lah, tetap aja Ryota mati. Masuk King Kong. Mendingan dulu bang.
3 go down from Twisted, 2 for Onic.
A big play for Savero and Onic Philippines.
Gila si Savero guys.
Was actually alley-oop by the Golden Hour.
Dari tadi gak nge-kill, sekalinya nge-kill langsung 3 bro.
Great defensive tool, but Savero
mahal.
He waited for the right moment to throw out that stun, and it landed perfectly. It was difficult for him to find the right.
Ya, ngepak lagi ini ya. Ini MP, LPH ini gimana ini bang? Yang bahasa Inggris bang. Ya, ini Lord yang kelima bang ya.
King Kong's kit, that's gonna be a of events. I was saying maybe we just wait for the next Lord. This defense ends up giving Onic Philippines the upper hand to turn.
What a game. I had to take a sip. See here, Savero was still on the
replaynya
turtle
tadi
ship.
bro, ngeri banget anjir. Levante mas cekrek gitu bang.
Already. Defensive blazing duet by Owl, but at that point they burned out the main damage tool to go alongside the real world manipulation.
Okay, man.
GG guys.
As well.
Tiba-tiba pause ya guys ya, aneh banget ya.
Thank you, Sent. We're gonna be
Let's go bro, lanjut lagi.
Yeah. All right, so Lord hasn't spawned just yet over on the side for Onic to make work with.
Just to help fill in with a little bit more context and information, the Marshals are currently closely monitoring Super Prince as it is on his side of the table where it seems like a little bit of the issues are popping up, but they are close by, immediately ready to help him out in case if needed.
Yeah, Super Prince is also going to be a big part of this. I mean, he has this whole game so far, almost the 30 minutes of it. Fury of the Phoenix really helps deal with that golden hour like we talked about, but even so, just the amount of poke and damage he's able to go ahead and provide. So this is going to be a quick mid-turret falling here. Look at the poke coming through already. Lord's going to be stopped in his tracks. He's going to force a fight though.
Revelation coming in, forcing King Kong out of here. Space escape out. He's healing up. He's trying. Down goes Lanzu. Savero disintegrates that Mobius, and the Lord is swinging away. Twisted Mind is in no shape to fight. And out below the base at half health. Down goes one.
Langsungan bang, GG.
Immortalities and Onic Philippines take game 1.
GG guys ya.
The first import in MLBB history.
Game pertama milik dari Onic bro. Dia build Savero mantap kali. Oke lah, kita lanjut aja buat game yang kedua bang ya.